Morkah, Lillian, and I'm here on behalf of Group 13 HRM-PARALLEL. We are here to make a presentation on how the study of logic and critical thinking has contributed effectively in the policy making at the local, national, and international levels.
Logic involves the analyzing of structure of statements and arguments to determine its validity, whilst critical thinking is the ability to think clearly, rationally, and understand the logic connections between ideas. Together, both concepts aim to enhance reasoning and decision-making skills to ensure conclusions.
Local level of governance, incorporating logic and critical thinking into local policy-making processes, enhances analytical skills for local issues evaluation, fosters transparency and accountability on allocation of local resources, and encourages evidence-based policy for local governance. Constituents of local community will then face sustainable progress and positive outcomes, saying their leaders will be able to navigate challenges and constraints at the local level by identifying long and short-term objective and measurable outcomes.
Communities, that's local, national, and international levels, are avenues where logic and good critical thinking can be utilized in order to arrive at more effective policy making by competent policymakers at each level through solid reasoning rather than mere emotions and opinions. The tendency of a policy being successful is always higher since it was logically thought out.
Logic and critical thinking is imperative in mitigating basis in national policy decisions, enhancing decision making, which is rational and ethical, and also can have impact on the country's social economic landscape and development.
Example, engaging in critical dialogue with stakeholders, considering their feedback and incorporating valid concerns into policy refinements, like in the case of official talkings with healthcare professionals.
Community leaders and the general public to build consensus on vaccination programs.
The context of international level of policy making. Logical reasoning and critical thinking provide a framework for curbing complex global issues, helping diplomats and international leaders steer geopolitical dynamics, anticipate potential global results, and facilitate international cooperation and diplomacy.
The integration of logic and critical thinking in international policy making
is pivotal on fostering cohesive global cooperation and addressing intricate constraints, ultimately shaping a more resilient and sustainable world. Example, trade negotiations. Policymakers use logical reasoning to assess the economic implication of proposed trade agreements, considering factors such as market access, tariffs, and regulatory standards.
By applying logic and critical thinking, policymakers at all levels can create more effective, sustainable, and beneficial policies for their respective communities and the world at large. Thank you.
Once again, this is Group 13 HRM-PARALLEL, and this is our presentation. I'm Lillian.
I'm Elizabeth Kandowen. I'm Millicent, Laari.
Sandra, Amoah.
Thank you, Berko, Calem.
Konadu.
Asare, Kingsford.
Agyei, Elvis.
Owusu, Lynford.
The pathways that have led us here were not the ones we followed. For a lady who has lost her way, 'cause I have searched around.